What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And for this one, man, I just wanted to give you guys a quick update video letting you guys know that I will be changing my comic cards. And I know a couple of you guys may be wondering why I'm even making a video about this, and that's because I often see you guys ask me in the comments what my comic cards are, because I generally tend to leave them out of the video. And that's not something that I do intentionally, it's just that I honest to God forget, guys, because I've had these comic cards for so long that I never have to check them. Like, I immediately know when I get a 1-star character, they're going to have 29% all attack, 20% ignore defense, 33% skill cooldown. I know all of the stats inside and out, so I never have to check them. However, with the freaking stat change that we just got for the 3.3 update, a lot of my characters are completely in limbo right now, so I have to actually redo and change a lot of their builds. And comic cards are the foundation for your characters, guys. Like, think of your comic cards as building a house. If you have really bad comic cards, you're gonna have really bad characters even if they're great characters. Similar to, like, if you're building a house, if you have a bad foundation, the house is gonna end up crumbling at some point, right? So that's how you should think about your cards. When you're building your cards, you want to keep in mind that everything that you do to these cards, good or bad, is going to affect the entirety of your roster, right? So with the recent stat change, all of my characters that were optimal because of how I had my cards built and how I had their gears rolled is now suboptimal in some way, shape, or form. So I now have to re-optimize them by changing my cards. Luckily for me, I'm not one to slack off when it comes to this game. I generally farm for stuff like crazy, and I've been building cards in the background for eventually changing these cards. I was hoping that it wouldn't come to the point where my hand was forced and I have to actually equip cards until I was ready, but it looks like I'm not going to have much of a choice in the matter. I'm just going to have to redo my comic cards and put some new ones in, and hopefully over time adjust them as I go along. Now, before I switch these cards out, guys, I just want to tell you guys that these cards are actually pretty good cards. 3 of them I will be changing. Well, technically 2. One of them is just going to be a repeat of the one that's already here, just has better bonuses. But everything that you've seen on the channel so far, from January all the way till August, everything in the past 8 months is a direct result of these comic cards. So they're very good comic cards, although there are stuff that can be improved on them. So just because I'm switching them out does not mean that they're bad cards by any means. And I'm saying this because I know I have a lot of new players watching me, so I want to give you guys a little bit of advice. Okay, these cards, very good, very easy to attain them, with the exception of like Civil War. All of the other cards are very easy and very good. Okay, so I'll tell you guys where you can get them really quickly. I'm not going to go into everywhere that you can get them. I'll just let you guys know, just in case you're new to the game. Nebula card right here you can get from Nebula's Rift in Dimension Rift. Loki you can get from his Rift. Groot you can get from his Rift as well. And Civil War is going to be the hardest one for you to get. You're going to have to get that from Shadowland, the weekly login, or Battle World when they have cards as a prize. Okay, those are the 3 main free-to-play places that you can get them. These other cards right here, you can get them from other places as well, but I wanted to talk a little bit about the Civil War card because that is actually a premium card that there is not many other free-to-play places to get it besides the 3 places that I mentioned. This card right here is a really good card for new players just because it gives you so much skill cooldown. It's actually the highest skill cooldown card in the game, so definitely something that is good for new players because a lot of new players are going to be lacking the skill cooldown, which is an essential stat. So this card you can get from the honor chest for timeline. So whenever you do your timeline battle, which if you're not doing it, definitely should be doing it, because the honor tokens that you get, you can actually use them to purchase the card chest, and inside it this card will be there. Okay, that's one of the main places you can get it. Apart from that, you can get it as a bonus drop for running Dimension Rift that are heroic or higher, I believe. Okay, so the cards that I'm going to be changing today is actually Nebula. Is actually a really good card. As you guys can see, every single stat here is an amazing stat, so that's why it kind of took me so long to roll a replacement. The other card that I'm actually going to be changing is actually this card, which I just said is very good for a new player. However, I'm at the point right now where I can comfortably remove it. This card right here is actually something that's been with me since almost the beginning of the game, so almost 2 years it's been in here. This and the Loki card are 2 of the oldest cards that I own, and I'm actually just finally getting to the point where I'm comfortable with letting it go, even though it means I'm going to be losing a little bit of skill cooldown in the process, because like I said, skill cooldown, this card right here is actually one of the highest skill cooldown cards in the game. All right, so this card is also going to be replaced, and the Civil War card right here is actually going to be replaced. This card is actually amazing, however I have two really bad rolls on it, so that's why it's going to get replaced. So I'll show you guys the cards that I'm going to replace them with, and we're actually going to replace them with this card right here. So the Nebula card will be getting replaced by this Punisher card because I need the attack speed, and this one took me a long time to build up because I needed to make sure that I was getting the ignore defense, the attack speed, the skill cooldown, and the all attack. Those 4 stats were the main thing that I was looking for in order to replace the Nebula card and not lose too many stats. So the Nebula card is gonna go, and this one is gonna take its place. Sadly, Nebula, I love you, girl. This card was actually amazing for me. As you guys can see right here, the comparison between the two. So for this right here, as you guys can see, I'm gonna be losing some max HP and I'm gonna be losing some crit damage. However, in the process, I'm gonna be getting some attack speed and some all defense. Not really the greatest trade-off, but the attack speed is definitely something that I've been lacking for a very long time. So I'm actually gonna have to bite the bullet here and actually equip this card. Okay, so this one is gonna go, and we're gonna put in the Punisher right there, and the next card is actually gonna be the Thor card right here. This one right here I'm actually gonna change with another Thor card that I've been farming like crazy. And I've been, sorry, not farming, sorry guys, I've been re-rolling like crazy. This one right here, it's not the greatest. Like, it's actually, it has really good rolls. Like the dodge right here could be like something else, like physical attack or energy attack, but it's actually pretty decent. So definitely better to have this equipped than the one that I currently have that has 2 resists. As you guys can see, cold resist, poison resist. So this is a better trade-off than the Nebula card. So definitely want to go ahead and put this on. I actually have another Thor card that I'm going to be, well, not, I keep saying Thor card just because Thor is on there, but Civil War 4. So definitely going to have to re-roll to try and get a better roll than this one, but definitely is a good trade-off right there for me. And I'll show you guys the other card, the other Thor card that I have that I'm currently re-rolling. And to be honest, it's actually arguably better than the one that I just equipped. As you guys can see, it has physical attack, attack speed, crit damage, and energy attack. Now I know you guys may be thinking, what the hell, why wouldn't you equip this over the one that you just put on, right? Like, I'll show you guys. Now look at this, you can see for yourself, this one right here on the right looks significantly better. However, it doesn't have the skill cooldown, and if I were to put this on, that's gonna put me far below where I would like to be in terms of skill cooldown. So that's why I'm not putting it on. I'm actually just gonna keep it in my freaking inventory for now and really think about it. Okay, all right, so we're gonna go ahead and equip another card over this one. So this one right here we're gonna swap out with the Star-Lord card. And if you guys want to know all the cards that I think are really good for free-to-play players, I did a video on it already. It is going to be in the same playlist as this one, so you can go ahead and check that out. So this one right here, really good bonuses. The only bad roll here is actually a recovery rate. So yeah, when recovery rate is the worst thing you have on a card, you can tell that this is a good card, especially since it's quality 5. So I'm really happy. This is actually one of the hardest cards for me to roll. Like, I've been rolling this one for about like 3, 4, 5 months, guys. So great stuff. I love the fact it has some physical attack in there because I have no physical attack in my freaking card set at the moment, and I'll show you guys. So this one is gonna go over the Marvel Zombies card, so I'm gonna be losing about 3.6% skill cooldown. Sad life, but we're gonna get some freaking all attack to replace the all attack that we're losing. We're gonna get some ignore defense, a little bit more than we already have, and we're gonna get some crit rate, but we're gonna lose dodge. Don't really care for dodge too much. So overall, I'm happy with the trade-off with this card. So I'll go ahead and equip this, and this is what the new set looks like. So let's go ahead and take a look at the card stats now. Sorry, right here, as you guys can see, I dropped down from having 33% skill cooldown. That's the most noticeable thing here, as you guys can see, in terms of a negative trade-off. So I lost 3% skill cooldown there. That's fine. 30 is actually great, because if you roll the entirety of the 4th gear slot on a character that doesn't get any skill cooldown natively, that will put you just exactly at 36%. So great, because the last slot gives you about 5.9%. I'm talking about the last slot on your character gears. If you roll the entirety of that for skill cooldown, that's going to give you 5.9%, so about 6%. So with 30% here, that means immediately any character that I roll the entire forward slot for will have max skill cooldown, which is why I decided that losing the extra 3% from the Marvel Zombies was worth it for me. Okay, as you guys can see, I went up 6% in ignore defense, and I got 5.1% physical attack. My all attack remained about the same, but I got some more crit rate and attack speed finally, guys. So overall, a very good trade-off right here. And I want to show you guys something before I send you on your way. What would you do if you were in my position? Right, guys, so look at this card right here. It's not the greatest roll, right? However, take a look at this card right here that I rolled. Like, RNG just smiled upon me, and I've been debating with myself so freaking much what to do. I have two Groot cards that I rolled. This one right here is the one that I'm currently re-rolling over and over again, and I'm re-rolling mainly to get skill cooldown on it, right? Take a look at this freaking card right here. It's a quality 6 card, guys. Quality 7 is the hardest thing to roll for. 6 is as high as you can normally get. 7 is like a perfect roll. But take a look at the stats. These stats right here are freaking perfection, guys. Energy attack, attack speed, all defense, all attack. In most people's eyes, this would be a no-brainer to equip. However, if I were to put this on, guys, I would be losing an additional 5% skill cooldown that my current Groot card gives me. So I want to leave you guys with a question. What would you do? Would you equip this freaking Groot card that I have down here over the one that you currently have and trade 5% skill cooldown for an additional 5% attack speed if it meant you were going to get some more all attack and some more energy attack? Let me know what you guys think, man, because your boy is debating like crazy what the hell to do here, because RNG does not roll in my favor very often, so this feels like an insult to actually re-roll. But at the same time, having it sit in my roster, it's been sitting here for about 4 weeks now, and I just cannot decide, man. Let me know what you guys think, because if I put this on, that means I effectively have to put at least one skill cooldown Uru on every single character that I currently own in this game. So 130 plus characters are going to have to get a 6-star Uru at some point in order to hit the cap. But if I do that, my card set for the most part will be completed, right? The only card that I'm going to have to like work on in the future, well, they're all going to need to be touched in the future, but the Loki card can have a higher quality, and I could get rid of like the crowd control. This card right here, I could get rid of the fire resist. This one right here is for the most part okay, but I would like to get rid of the dodge. This one, pretty much the same deal. Everything is okay except the recovery rate, but this one's long enough, man. Let me know what you guys would do if you were in my position. Would you equip this freaking Groot card and trade freaking attack speed for skill cooldown? Rather, the other way around. Would you trade skill cooldown for attack speed? Keep in mind, if you do that, 130 characters, guys, will completely be out of whack because their skill cooldown time is no longer going to be optimal. Let me know what you guys think, man. But that's all I have to share for this one, boys. Like always, thanks for watching. This is the new card set, and let me know what you guys think about the bonuses and what you would do. And I'm out, boys. Peace.